4, you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of September 23. Is that true or untrue?
That's true.
Why?
Because I got FBI microchips in my left leg on the left side of my left knee, and one on the side of my right. I ain't a hoe. I had surgery at St. Mary's after that shooting.
Why did that prevent you from going to check in with? Hold on, let me finish. Why did that prevent you from going to the probation office to check in?
Nothing prevented me. I just didn't go because they didn't have me on. I never saw. I can't go to prison, and I've been working with prime tips. I ain't looking for no protection. I ain't putting on no FBI uniform. I'm going back to the streets. I know my rights. I got the freedom of speech, and I can represent myself. That's the case.
Today's case promises to be nothing short of extraordinary, as we bear witness to the presence of perhaps the most obnoxious and unsophisticated defendant ever to grace these hallowed halls. Before us stands a man whose demeanor defies all notions of courtroom decorum. Loud, ignorant, and unabashedly crude, he exudes a brazen disregard for the entire court process. With each foul-mouthed tirade and contemptuous outburst, he pushes the boundaries of what Judge Stevens can tolerate. He's in court today like the true gangster he claims to be, sporting the orange jumpsuit and some steel bracelets because of a probation violation. This so-called tough guy got jammed up while allegedly trespassing at a convenience store. Yeah, that's so gangster, right? But the real question today is, will Judge Stevens give this hooligan a contempt charge, or send him straight to the dock for a psych evaluation, because it could go either way at this point. So stay tuned to find out.
Yes, please. Number 4. You raise your right hand, sir. And your attorney, Mr. West, is here. Are you Brandon Jamal Bonton? Here in 2 cases, 23 CR 947, there's a motion to revoke probation, and there's 23 CR 1811, a new case. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any statements you make during this hearing will be the truth of it, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand, sir. There's a motion to revoke probation here. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in summary?
We can.
All right. In summary, this motion to revoke probation states that on September 11th last year, you were sentenced to 5 years in prison in this court, probated for 10 years for assault on a peace officer, a second-degree felony. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Number 1 violation states you committed the offense of criminal trespass on or about September 16th in Jefferson County, Texas. Is that true or untrue?
Nah, that's true. This is a trespass, and I've been here 11 months. I take that. I ain't true.
Okay, let me explain. Okay.
Nah, I ain't violating. I wasn't even trespassing. I got FBI microchips in my left leg. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a hoe.
So
right side.
Hold on.
Is it true or not true that you trespass?
It's not true.
Okay, that's all you got to say.
That's all you got to say.
They catch me on the stove.
That's what I say. I'm putting untrue here on your behalf. Number 2, it says you committed the offense of public intoxication on or about September 23rd, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas. Is that true or untrue?
It's untrue.
3, on September 27th, that would be 4 days later, in Jefferson County, Texas, this states you committed the offense of evading arrest with a previous conviction of evading arrest. Is that true or untrue?
That's when they caught. That's when they put up at the on call.
Is that true or untrue?
Can I explain myself?
No. Just first of all, is it true or untrue?
That's untrue.
Okay, that's all we need. They gotta. It's up to them to prove it.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to prove your innocence. 4, you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of September 23. Is that true or untrue?
That's true.
Why?
Because I got FBI microchips in my left leg on the left side of my left knee, and one on the side of my right. I ain't a hoe. I had surgery at St. Mary's after that shooting with Ernest Charles. Marshall was my lawyer.
Wait. Why did that prevent you from going to check in with? Hold on, let me finish. Why did that prevent you from going to the probation office to check in?
Nothing prevented me. I just didn't go because they didn't have me on. I never assaulted a judge or a peace officer at the hospital. They gave me a shot in my arm, an injection. I was just coming in. I was asking for a reinstatement today. I can't go to prison, and I've been working with prime tips. I ain't looking for no protection. I ain't putting on no FBI uniform. I'm going back to the streets. I know my rights. I got the freedom of speech, and I can represent myself. That's the case. That's the case. But when they tell me to calm down, John Stevenson, they take advantage of it.
Some people
They want
do
to bring
that.
me in when my breath is taken. You know what I'm saying?
Some
When I
people,
can't breathe.
In your honor, we're abandoning allegation number 2, but the others are all ready.
I apologize if I interrupted anybody. My name is Brandon Ball.
over here, sir, over here. This is where the action is, right up
We got to
here.
find out.
Okay. Here's the document that's got your signature on it when we put you on probation the first time, right there. See it?
Yes, sir.
I have received a copy of this order. I agree to follow all conditions imposed upon me. And I know that this community supervision can be revoked for any violation. Signed, there you are, Brandon Bonton. Now, report as directed. Number 4, report as directed by your community supervision officer, your probation officer, and obey all rules and regulations of the probation office. All right. One of the requirements is you report regularly, monthly, to the probation office. Why didn't you do that? You didn't want to?
Man, I wanted to, man, but look, I was at the time. Can I explain myself? Do I have enough time to?
Go ahead.
Around that time, I was using drugs, man, since 2011, since that shooting, since the aggravated assault was a capital murder charge, really, but he survived. So I got trouble with the aggravated robbery. Ever since then, they gave me hydrocodone after the surgery. So it trapped me and it sucked me into a lifestyle, into the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to admit everything I did when I got locked up this last time in April 17, 2023. I admitted everything since pre-K that I seen, heard, and did.
Where were you
as far as illegal activities and everything.
All right, hold on. Where were you getting the drugs while you were on this court's supervision?
And I was getting it from the streets, man. The pot.
Right.
BJ 7 street store.
Order condition number 10 of the probation order that you signed. Number 10, do not use or possess any drug. Uh-oh. So you're admitting you did that too?
I did the drugs, George, dude. I didn't get tested though. I didn't fail no way. I'm being honest. But I'm done with drugs. That's why I had to meet. I got FBI microchips in my left knee. They can't be removed. I had surgery, 35 staples.
Okay.
My daddy bound Jamal North,
Everybody have a
36.
Everybody have a seat. Let's go ahead, state. You can call your first witness. Go ahead. Have a hearing here.
They would call Aaron Taylor.
Now we're going to testify on all the information I
Sir, if you keep making outbursts, if you keep making outbursts, we will put you in the back and you will listen.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that. That's rude. Come on up. Thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Please have a seat. Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Aaron Taylor.
And Mr. Taylor, where do you currently work at?
Police Department.
And how long you been employed there?
7 years.
Okay. And were you working there on September 27th, 2023?
I was.
And were you dispatched to the Sunshine Grocery Store there at 640 Stadium?
Yes.
And what was that in reference to?
It was a disturbance involving a shirtless male bag outside school.
Okay. So when you arrived there on scene, what did you observe?
I saw the shirtless male black walking across the street to the car wash, and I went to the thing.
Okay. And you see him in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir. He's in the red jumpsuit.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd ask that the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
Okay. And you saw that individual and you attempted to detain him. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you've been called out there was that in regards to a criminal trespass?
Yes, sir. The complaint stated that you had been previously trespassed and that he was causing disturbance at that time as well.
Okay. Did you, were you able to look up and confirm that he in fact was criminally trespassed from that premises?
Yes, sir. Our dispatch confirmed it.
Now, you got there on scene, you saw the defendant. What happened at that point?
I just briefly spoke with the defendant, and then I learned they had an outstanding arrest warrant for criminal trespass.
And so at that point, what did you attempt?
I went to attempted placement in handcuffs to arrest him for the warrant.
Okay. And did he comply with that?
No, sir, did not.
What happened when you attempted to place him in handcuffs?
He pulled away. There was a brief struggle. I attempted to get him back under control. He broke free of my grip and he ran north towards 7th Street.
And was he in fact able to kind of get away from you at that point?
Yes, sir, he was. I attempted to deploy a taser. That was unsuccessful. And as I was chasing him, he kept yelling, I was going to take him to jail.
And did you keep searching for him?
Yes, sir. We searched about 30 to 40 minutes, if I recall.
And were you able to locate him?
Yes, sir. Eventually we located him in 700 block of Stadium Road.
And were you able to identify that individual?
Yes.
And what was his name?
Brandon Bond.
Okay.
When you got to the scene and you made contact with the individual, how did you identify that it was Brandon Bonton?
I've dealt with him numerous times over the years. I've talked with him and his family. I was familiar with him. I just recognize him.
Okay. So you didn't ID him with a driver's license or identification card?
No, sir.
Did he have any of that?
No, sir. I don't recall.
Did you ask him for that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And how did, and then so you ran to see if he had a trespass warning from that grocery store, is that correct? Or that convenience store?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And why were you called out there? Was that the reason why you were called out there?
Yes, sir. The clerk called. He was Mr. Bonton's alleged to cause some disturbance out there. And they stated they want off the properties. He'd been previously issued a criminal trespass warning for that location.
Okay. Did you see him actually on that property when you were driving up?
Yes, sir. It's not, I don't think it's visible on here, but there's a light a couple blocks away. As I was turning, I could see him walking off the property, crossing the street.
Okay. That's what, Sean.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
And we're talking about this man right there in the red jumpsuit.
Yes.
Is this man released?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're excused, sir. Next, please.
State would call Johan Nakeo.
Are you moving State's Exhibit 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
It's admitted. Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Lower your hand. Go ahead.
And how are you presently employed?
Yes.
Where are you presently employed at?
For police department,
How long you been employed there?
a year and 3 months.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
You are excused, sir. Thank you. Next, please.
State would call Alex Hill.
Raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Go ahead.
Please state your name for the record.
Alex Hill,
All right, Mr. Hill, where do you currently work at?
13 County.
And as part of your duties there at the probation office, are you required to oversee individuals who are placed on probation in this county? Okay. And in fact, that's condition number 4, required to report. Now, he was arrested. He arrested on September 16th. That's 5 days after he was placed on probation for criminal trespass. Was he also then arrested on September 23rd for public intoxication And then on September 27th for evading arrest with previous conviction.
Correct.
As a result of those arrests,
Hold on. I guess that's all 2023.
yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. Thank you for that. Those were all in 2023.
Yes.
Okay. So they're all in the same month as he was placed on probation. Did he ever have a chance to then come in and report to you at that point?
He was out of custody for several days during the month.
And did he ever report?
No, he did not.
And you just told the report when he got out. Was he supposed to report to Beaumont or to Port Arthur? Did it matter?
Initial intake story of one office, but he would have contacted.
Hold on. I'm going to fix the record. You asked the question. He was instructed to report when he got out, but I thought you testified immediately upon being released.
Yes, sir. They're
Towards it.
supposed to report on being released.
Okay.
Pass the witness.
Anything else for this witness, John?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Next witness,
Dave Brish, Your Honor.
defense.
Yeah, I'm testifying.
Come on now. Order. I believe the defendant has already been placed under oath.
Yes, sir.
So your witness,
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Brandon, let's go back to this. You placed on probation on September, I believe, 11th of 23. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you got out on Friday, 9/15/23, correct? A few days later?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But then we have our first alleged incident we have here. They're alleging you trespassed on the 16th. That would have been a Saturday. Do you remember what happened on that date?
And I was at the store. I wasn't trespassing because I'm a trespassing store. When Bob, he worked at 7th Street in Sunrise, he said, "Have on at the store across the street." My name ran into my point to him. I'm from 486 Davis Street, Trey Deuce. So I wasn't trespassing. So I mean, this illegal activities going on. So I go out the store. I leave out the store. The laws pulled up. I'm at the car wash. So he brought my name and said no trespass. And I heard that that ain't the first time the laws did that. So this time he grabbed my arm. So I took out running from him. I got away from him.
Okay, hey, hold on a second.
For a minute,
Is that the one that we saw in video a moment ago, or is that the first trespass? I'm talking about the one on the 16th. 2 days
I
after.
remember that.
Okay.
So much be going on with my mind. My mind operated straight FBI. You feel me? The biggest gangsters in America. That's who I fuck with. Freedom of speech.
Okay. So you went to jail on the 16th, and then you got out on Tuesday the 19th. Why didn't you report on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? You had that 1 week that you were out.
Man, I should have reported, like I said, I should have reported. At the end of the day, man, I'm an FBI agent, man, undercover joint, proven forensics. They can't find them on no X-ray, none of that. I got the right to lawsuit right now. As long as these cameras, bro, this audio, man, this ain't no paranoid, schizophrenic, auditory, Michael. I'm not no crackhead, man. I'm a black man. I love white. My little girl ready to break Logan Fonton. I really can't. But I'm gonna say like this, I got the freedom to speak. They told me to testify, but when the gangsters, when I speak up, when they tell me to calm down, they take advantage, they get scared of me.
Okay.
I possess a certain power that I don't even speak on.
Okay.
Because I'm lose my power. I never trade my prayer for swine. This is what they tell me to do in the Bible, man. I know what vice Lord is, Jesus Christ. It's bigger than that though, man. He the one taught us how to be a child molester, don't he? I feel sorry for the little girl 15 years old that's pregnant for a nigga that's 32 years old, homie. We all been through it. You me and I'm you. Even though we the same, we different colors, man. I'm you too. I'm you. I'm her. I done been a female in my different life, man. Life goes on, brother.
Okay.
But Jeremy Douglas,
Okay.
he shot that 45, split the wisdom dick.
Here's what we're gonna do.
2010.
That's enough. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna suspend this hearing. I'm going to ask Dr. Ed Brapon.
I don't need no doctor, man.
Psych.
I'm not taking no video.
You can get him out of here right
I'm
now.
not taking. I don't want my lawyers to myself. March north. Straight up. And fuck y'all, nigga. Right up, walk in this courtroom. And do what the fuck you want to do.
All right. All right, we'll ask Dr. Ed Rapon to analyze the defendant. For the record, of course, it's obvious the defendant is raving on in a hysterical fashion. It is gibberish, it is vulgarity, and it is, of course, it may or may not be part of mental illness that makes him incompetent. He could be mentally ill and competent. He also could be faking it all, like we have seen others do in this court in an attempt to avoid responsibility for wrongdoing. The court, though, has findings that it will make based upon the evidence. Is there any other evidence that anybody wishes to present, state, or
That was it.
the court finds certainly by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, the evidence that shows that the defendant committed the offense of criminal trespass on or about September 16th, 2023. Also, the offense of evading arrest, whether or not with previous conviction, on or about September 27th, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas. And even he admits that he failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as required. This says for the months of September, but he did not report at all in September when he obviously admitted he had the opportunity to do so. So those are preliminary findings and conclusions that the court is going to make. And the court does not have any other evidence in this record, in this case, that shows any type of mental illness by this defendant. There's nothing showing apparently that he has in the past raved incoherently like he did, but he certainly, it's obvious when he does not get his way, he exhibits a temper tantrum like a child, like an undisciplined child. And we'll see if that has anything to do with competency or sanity. And we'll ask Dr. Ed Rapon to evaluate the defendant, and we'll hold this in suspense and hold it and continue hearing at a later time upon receipt of the doctor's findings. Okay, that's on Brandon Bonton. We needed that since he's got a new case anyway to determine competency on that new case as well.
That one's filed as a misdemeanor. That was the misdemeanor. Oh, misdemeanor. This is the problem.
Let's go, Dave. Let's get into your case and see if it takes a turn for the worse or the better. We need Jalen Foxall, please.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.